guys, I'm Crystal and welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. Dylan asked me to create this video giving advice on having a conversation with your passengers to earn more tips, so that's what I'm here doing today. Before I get into this video though, if you can give it a thumbs up, that would help us so much, and feel free to subscribe to get more videos giving tips to Uber and Lyft drivers. So, alright, let's go ahead and get into the video. So, advice on having a conversation with your passengers for more tips. So, first, when they get into the car, verify that that is the right person that should be getting into your car. So that's number one. Number two, verify their location, their drop-off location. So once you verify that, you are good to go once they have their seatbelt on as well. If you have to ask them, go ahead and ask them, get them situated. Once they're situated, then you can begin a conversation. So once they're ready to go, you're driving, you can say, hey, so how's your day going today? Something like that, something very casual. And they'll answer, they'll be like, oh, it's good, or they're having a bad day or whatever. So if they're having a good day, that's great. If they're having a bad day, you can just kind of give them a little sympathy, like, oh, well, that's too bad, you know? But if they do ask you how your day is going, always say, it's going well, thank you. Do not talk about your bad day if you're having a bad day. They do not want to hear it, trust me. Keep the conversation light and positive, always positive. So, okay, so once they answer that question, you can get a feeling if they really want to talk or if they don't want to talk. Usually if they ask you how your day is going, then they're willing and they're open to talk to you. If they don't ask you anything, then you can test out the waters again, ask them something, or you can just leave them to just ride. Some passengers just don't want to talk, which is fine. So if you get the feeling that they do want to talk, you can ask them questions like, so do you have any plans for the weekend? Do you have any plans for the holiday? Stuff like that, and kind of get into a conversation there. Another one, like if you're taking them to the airport or picking them up from the airport, you can ask them like, oh, where did you come from? Or where are you going today? And is it for work or is it for fun? You know, stuff like that, just to kind of start a light conversation. If your passengers ever mention anything about having kids, run with it, because people love talking about their kids. You can ask them so many questions about that. For example, I picked up an older couple. They flew in from the Bay Area to LAX, and I was taking them to visit their daughter. So we talked about their daughter the whole way. It was like 45 minutes. It was like a 45-minute ride to their daughter. So we talked about their daughter, what she does, what school she went to, how old she is, how often they visit her, do they have any other kids, all of that. And they loved it. They really, really had a good time. They enjoyed everything. Also, I had on some 70s music and they really liked that. And they ended up giving me a $20 tip. So that was really nice. So that doesn't happen all the time, but hey, I'm giving you advice on how to get more tips from your passengers. So other things on my list, okay, a really popular one in Los Angeles is, are you local, or like, are you from here? Like, were you born and raised here? Just because LA is such a mixing pot and it's rare to get an LA native, what they call themselves. So, I mean, you can talk about that. Sometimes when I do ask people that and they're like, oh yeah, I've lived here since, I don't know, 1965 or whatever. You can get into housing, and that's a big one. Like, oh, so do you own a house? Do you still rent or whatever? And that's just a topic that everybody gets on board with. Most of the people that I pick up, they do have a home. So they'll talk about that, like, oh, I purchased that in the 70s or whatever. Housing is just a big one. And just keep that conversation light and airy. Like, keep that conversation very light. And, you know, if they have a home in Los Angeles, tell them, like, you know, that's awesome that you did that, because not everyone can do that, and you know, they just really like to hear that kind of stuff. So those are my examples on how to conversate with your passengers. There are many other topics that you can talk about, but one, just keep it off of religion, two, keep it off of politics, and three, keep it positive. So those are my best tips on earning more tips from your passengers. And I hope you learned something from this video today. So thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Crystal, and if you'd like to see more videos from me on this channel, then please like this video. Thank you for watching once again. Feel free to subscribe, and I will see you next time.